This is Calvin Jones with the Park Tool Company. We're here under the blooming crabapple tree at Park Tool. We're going to be outside today to do a little chain cleaning. We're going to try and get this rather filthy chain a little cleaner. We have ready for us some supplies. We have, of course, some good cotton rags, a brush to do some spot cleaning, the CM52 chain cleaner, some gloves, some chain lube after we're done, a place to put our spent solvent, some soapy water, which is going to be handy. We'll see what that's for in a little bit. And then a chain checker. The chain checker actually the first step in all of this process. So let's see how we put these to good use. Before we even begin cleaning, we want to actually see, is the chain worth cleaning? This one is rather suspect. We're going to use it just as an example anyway. But if we check out the system here, we have the chain checker here. The 0.5 side, if we try the 0.5 wear, 0.5% wear, falls right in. So we are at least at that percentage. This chain really should be replaced. Although we try the 0.75, it does not pass. But this is a higher end system for good performance and to make the cogs last longer. Chain like this we really ought to replace, but let's clean it just for the process. A good idea, of course, would be to use a brush, such as our gear brush here, to scrub the chain rings a bit, get all that dirt off so we're not putting more dirt back on the chain. Also back in the freewheel, we'd want to clean these. We've already done these. Here they look pretty clean, but get these clean so we're not transferring, just adding more dirt after we clean our chain. What we're going to be using today is the CM5. CM5.2 is the model. These ends open up. We're actually going to do a little practice on a literal dry run. We're going to see how it works without solvent to learn how not to make a mess and spill. You will notice we are outside. It's a good place. There's always going to be some dripping, so if you can clean outside it's probably a good idea. We lock it on, and then we're going to pedal backwards just for some practice here. What this works as basically is the guide pulley when we're pedaling backwards. If we have this crooked and try and pedal, it's going to try and shift. So we need to practice just keeping it straight. So that's kind of what we want to simulate once we have some fluid in this. We have our CB2 chain cleaner. We're going to fill this through here nice and slow. Minimize the mess we can make. And we're going to go up to the fill line there and then give it a spin. Okay, a wee bit more. Okay. So, backwards it goes. Roller spin around, brings the solvent up to the chain. And you can see there is some splatter. That's going to happen. You get a chain full of solvent here. So let's spin this through. Boy, that's going to be clean. That's going to be clean there. It's still going to take some wiping. So we're going to go and take this off now and show you a secondary procedure that can really help. We do have some solvent here. What we're going to do is take a container and actually pour it and then reuse it later. So we have a metal can here. That looks fairly dirty now. And we're going to put the lid on. If we keep collecting this, what we find is it takes hours, but the sediment settles to the bottom. Clear fluid remains on top, and you can actually reuse this again and again. So we're going to seal that up. And we're going to show you inside the CM5.2 what can go on here. We have some excess fluid, but if we get down to where the magnet is, you can see this extra material down at the magnet. That's why we put that there. It's interesting how much ferrous material, iron, there is in the dirt and soil. Some of it comes from the chain, some of it just from the crud around us, the terra firma there, full of the stuff. So that's what the magnet is for, is to pull all that away. So we have soapy water here because we might be washing the bike anyway, but it's handy. We're going to do actually a second wash here. Rinse some of that out. I'm going to fill it full of water. This is just warm soapy water, just like doing the dishes. And what this is going to do, what the soapy water is going to do, it's going to allow us to attack the dirt that's still remaining, that isn't flushed out. So a different type of solvent. So first the CB and then just soap and water. That can really act to flush out any fine grit, and that's going to make it beautiful. Get that fully put. This can act to flush out any remaining grit inside the chain, take off all that. We can see it now. It's even cleaner than it was before. So that's looking pretty good. So we are still full of water. We would want to come through with some cotton rags here. If we had an air gun, it would be nice to blow dry this clean. And get that nice and dry. So we're going to say that it's dry. Of course, after it's dry, you would want to come through with some lubrication and then lubricate the links as you go around down the chain one at a time. Also gives us a chance to inspect for any bent rivets, gouged, any problems there. So then we would have a beautiful, nice chain, lubricated, ready to go. That's what we have from under our shade tree today. We notice as the Park Tool truck pulls up, bringing some more parts, probably some chewing stand bases and arms for us to get together and ship out.